Hi everyone, in this video I'll show you how to replace your Xiaomi scooter tire with solid tires. For those of you who don't know what solid tires are, it's basically a tire made entirely out of rubber. As it doesn't have a tube or filled with air, it doesn't puncture like a regular tire does. For this video, I'll be working on my Xiaomi scooter which has a flat tire. Just a bit of warning, what we're about to do will be extremely difficult, so be prepared. My advice will be to get at least one other person to help you. Got that? Then let's go. Okay, this is the solid tire that we'll be installing on our scooter. It was bought from Amazon and it came with 2 tire levers. If you wish to purchase as well, I'll leave a link in the description below. The first thing we'll do is remove this sticker, which will reveal the screws. But first, I'll remove any excess air from the tire. I will now proceed to remove the sticker with a sharp knife, being careful as not to damage the sticker itself. Once the sticker is removed, you can leave it to the side and we can start working on the screws. And these are the tools that I'll be using. In order to remove these screws, you'll need Allen keys. Being careful using the right size as the wrong ones will wear out the screw. Once the screws are removed, we can now remove the cap, which reveals 4 more screws. Using the same Allen key, we can now start removing these 2. Again, being careful not to wear out the screws using the Allen key. Now that I removed all the screws, I can now start on the other side of the wheel. Again, we'll remove the sticker first. And then remove the 2 visible screws, which will allow you to remove the outer cap. And then we have to remove the remaining screws. And now we need to remove this bolt. To do this, we need a wrench, and it should be 18mm. And just a heads up, this will take a tremendous amount of force. Do this on both sides until you can easily remove the wheel. Now we're going to be using the tire lever. At this point, make sure the screws and all the pieces are secure. Using the tire lever, we can now attempt to remove the tire from the wheel. This is a long and hard process, so if you have your own method of doing this, please do so. Also, I'm not sure if it's just this wheel, but I had difficulty removing the air valve from the wheel. I ended up having to use a hammer with a screwdriver to break it out. Once you remove the tire and the tube from the wheel, we can now go into the next step. Get a bucket, fill it with boiling water around 60 degrees, and then let your solid tire soak in for around 15 to 20 minutes. This will soften up the tire and allow it to stretch while you're fitting it back onto the wheel. Now I am wiping down the wheel, removing any excess dirt. I'm also applying Vaseline on the edge of the wheel. This will help the tire fit in smoother. Once the tire has soaked long enough, you can now remove it. Make sure to remove any excess water. Now we can begin the hardest process, installing the tire back onto the wheel. As I said in the beginning, you will most likely need the help of another person, otherwise to do this by yourself will be almost impossible. I tried to do it myself for almost an hour without really going anywhere. As you can see here, I almost made no progress, but eventually I got someone to help me, and even then it took a bit of work, but we managed to do it together. So my number one advice is to get someone to help you at least on this part, if not any other part. If you made it this far, congratulations, the hardest part is now over. Now that the tire is securely fitted into the wheel, one thing you have to make sure is that the tire itself is flush against the wheel. What I mean is that the tire is fully inside the rim itself. If you are done that, we can now secure the wheel back onto the scooter, starting with the bolt and making sure that it's secure and tight. Now we'll put the screws back in. And you can replace the outer cap by securing with the screws. And we also do the same for the other side of the wheel. First the bolt, and then the screws. And then we can replace the outer cap and secure it with the screws. And now, great success! Oh wait, I forgot the stickers. Wow. And then the sticker on the other side. Very nice! Now that it's finished, I would suggest not riding the scooter for a while, as it will give time for the tire to settle into the wheel itself. After riding it for a while, my conclusion is that there isn't really too much difference between the tyres. Few minor things that I've noticed. First is that the ride seems a little rougher and a bit more stiff. Another thing is that it feels slightly slower, though this is due to the solid tyres being slightly heavier. But overall, I would say it's definitely worth it if you don't have to worry about punctures again. Anyways, that was it for the video. Hopefully it helped someone. If it did, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for watching.